the Crusades and their impact on Europe and the Middle East. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more history videos. Introduction. The Crusades were a series of religious wars fought between Christians and Muslims from 1096 to 1191. Although they began as attempts to capture the holy city of Jerusalem, their effects went far beyond religion. The Crusades reshaped Europe, the Middle East, and the relationship between the two regions for centuries. Why the Crusades began. By the 11th century, Jerusalem was under Muslim control, though Christian pilgrims were generally allowed to visit. However, when the Seljuk Turks defeated the Byzantine Empire and restricted access to holy sites, tensions rose. In 1095, Pope Urban II called on European Christians to reclaim Jerusalem. He promised forgiveness of sins to those who joined the cause. Thousands responded: kings, knights, peasants, and soldiers driven by faith, adventure, wealth, and power. The major crusades. The First Crusade 1096-1099 was the most successful. Crusaders captured Jerusalem and established Christian states in the Middle East. Later crusades were less successful. Muslim leaders such as Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, united Muslim forces and recaptured Jerusalem in 1187. Despite repeated efforts, Christian control in the region weakened. By 1291, the last Crusader stronghold fell, ending the Crusades in the Holy Land. Impact on Europe. The Crusades had lasting effects on Europe. Increased trade. Europeans were introduced to spices, silk, sugar, and new ideas from the East. Growth of cities. Trade routes expanded, strengthening merchant classes. Weakened feudalism. Many nobles died or sold lands to fund crusades. Increasing royal power. Cultural exchange. Europeans gained knowledge in medicine, mathematics, and science. Violence and intolerance. Jewish communities in Europe suffered massacres during the Crusades. Impact on the Middle East. The Crusades also deeply affected the Middle East. Destruction and loss of life. Cities were destroyed and civilians killed. Political unity. Muslim regions became more united under leaders like Saladin. Long-term distrust. The Crusades left memories of invasion and religious violence. Cultural strength. Islamic civilization continued to thrive in science, learning, and trade despite conflict. Legacy of the Crusades. The Crusades failed to create lasting Christian rule in the Middle East, but they changed world history. They deepened religious divisions, increased contact between civilizations, and reshaped political power in Europe and the Islamic world. Even today, the Crusades are remembered differently in Europe and the Middle East, showing how history can shape identity and memory. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.